Hello everyone, Scotty here from Blue Coconut Family and welcome back to Railcraft tutorial. So today we're going to be looking at a very basic form of routing. Yes, I said routing, I am British. It is routing, not routing. Okay, so let's jump in straight into this video with a few comments. So we have a comment from line 0237. You commented last time. He's the one who actually suggested comments. So he said, "Thanks for adding my suggestion, smiley face. You are the best. Double chin, laughing face." Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's fine. You're welcome, line 0237. Okay, let's do another one. Cosmic Tortoise, glad to see another video on Railcraft. So soon brightens those cloudy days. And he was formerly known as Guru Drax, which also appeared in the last video. So you're welcome. I'm glad to see that it helps you out, go through your probably quite dull days if you enjoy my tutorials that much. Let's do one more, and once again it's from Lino237. Where's the comment shout out? Sad face. This was actually made on a video where I didn't have a comment shout out. It was the giant clock, which I had filmed before I started doing the comment shout out, so that's why line 0237, that's why I didn't have a comment shout outs in that video, but you've got two in this video, so you should be happy. Okay guys, so before I start the video, I'm just going to quickly say, hit the like button if you've enjoyed this, and also hit the subscribe. If I hit 2,500 subscribers, I'm going to do a special video to celebrate it, and I'm going to be doing something awesome on the channel, so keep your eye out for that and hit the subscribe button. So, basic routing. I even said routing. I'm joking. Routing. So basic routing. What is it? It's effectively a way of telling trains where to go on the track. But you probably say, but you can do that with redstone, and you can do this with this, and you can do it with that. Routing is a way of doing it automatically, and you only need to set something once, and it does it automatically down your line. It's really clever. I'll go through it. This is only very basic. So if you've come here looking for how do I do a giant branch of routing, how do I get this train to go to this branch, how do I get the train to go to this destination if it's down this branch and down that branch, this is not the video for you right now. I'm going to be doing a video with that later. So if you're watching it several months, weeks down the line, years, whatever, it's probably out. Go look for it. It's probably down the right hand side. Go have a look for it. If not, and you're new to routing, this is perfect for you. Stay put. Okay, so this, like I said, this allows the train to have a destination, and then your track to then respond to that and put that train in that destination. Is effectively what it does. So there's a couple of key important things you need to know. So there's a couple of special blocks. One is the routing switch motor. This controls switch tracks and Y tracks to basically put a train in different locations and switch the track depending on what destination it has in its routing table, which I'll get to in a second. The other one is a detector of routing. So this is like a standard detector within Railcraft, but it has the ability to detect routes and destinations and such like that, and really cool things. Okay, so if you want to, so I'm only going to be doing destinations. If you've come here looking for other things to do in your routing table, wrong video, sorry, look for another one. I'll probably do one, so once again, several weeks down the line, look on the right hand side, it's probably there. So, there are two special items as well. One is a routing table, the other one is a golden railway ticket. One is for the train, the other one is for the track. The ticket is for the train, that gives the train the destination on where it's going to go. The routing table is for the track, to be able to decipher the trains and where they want to go and if it should switch them or not. I will show you. I'll double check that it's all gloomy. I'll brighten that up. Okay, so here we have our first routing switch motor. So what we do is we right click this, and you can see in here it's got a basic user interface, public railway or private railway. So that's a very simple toggle switch for do you own it or do you want anybody to use it. Basically, does the train equal the destination? Yes. Public railway, it will go down, it will switch it. Private railway, is it also your locomotive? Yes, switch. No, does not switch. Okay, interesting. No, I'll keep it in private. And you got a box, what looks vaguely similar to the book. So what do I put in for book? So I've got two options here. I've got destination 1 and I've got destination 2. Let's call them siding 1 and siding 2. So this is going to be siding 2. These routing switch motors work on a if it is, I will switch, and not a not. Okay, so you don't have to put where it's not going to switch, you have to put where it is going to switch. So the default way for a train to go if it's coming along here is to carry on. So you do not need to put any destinations in here for the straight on. So we do not need to put siding 1. But we do need to put siding 2 because we need this to switch in order to get a train onto this track. So we need to create a routing table to put into here to tell this to switch if it detects a train that has a destination of siding 2. How do we do that? Right click on the routing table, opens a big book, and it's big, it's scary, and it's really blank, and you don't know what to do. Scary. So what do? You type in dest for destination. You put equals because you want to equal it, it's a command. So you do dest equals, and then you do 2, because that's what I'm going to call it. Okay? That's what I'm going to call it. You can call it anything you want, does not matter. You can call it pink chickens if you really want. You can call it flying elephants, I don't know, cactus, donkey. Anything you want, literally anything. But just for simplicity, I'm going to call it 2 because it's for siding 2. Okay? But remember what you called it, that's very important. So you can give optionally a name to this book, so if you ever store these books somewhere, you're gonna have, so you can quickly, without opening them, you can see what it's routing for. Okay, so we click done, and then we right click this and it's pull it in there. I'm in creative, so it duplicates it, which is always good because I'm going to need it later. But we can see there it's now pull it in there. It says who it was last edited by, so you can quickly see if someone else has edited your routing table. You can also lock it to make sure that no one else can edit it, or you can unlock it to make sure that anyone, if you want anybody to edit it. Okay, so this is now set up for any trains that is matching destination of 2 will go down here. Now we come to this. This is the detector of routing. This is identical to that, except for it does not switch anything. It just outputs a redstone signal on this one side out here, which I've rigged up to a little Project Red lamp. Okay, so we're going to put the exact same routing table into here. Once again, public, private, has there, lock on, lock off, identical, like I said. Okay, so now that both of these will trigger if a train matches destination of 2. How do we get a destination of 2, do you ask? The golden railway ticket. Now, I said there were 2 items, technically 3. The third one is a normal railway ticket. So we've got a golden one and we've got a normal one. So I'll grab this, it's a railway ticket, blank. You can see here I cannot edit it, it is blank, it is just a railway, oh hello, this is just a railway ticket. See, I've given away the game here now. The golden ticket you can edit, like this. And I'm going to put the destination of 2 in there, because you can't delete that, destination 2. I put destination 2 right in there. Okay, it's done. So, if I can edit the golden ticket, but I can't edit a railway ticket, what's the point of a railway ticket? Think of this as the master, and this is the slave. Use it multiple times, use it once, okay? So you keep this in the office for when you want to issue new tickets, and this is the ticket you give people. So how do you imprint this with that destination? Simple. Open up a crafting table, you put the destination, you put the, oh hello Mr. Enderman, you put the golden ticket in there anywhere, and you put the blank ticket in, and it creates a destination of 2, like so. Okay, you can see there it now has railway ticket destination of 1, of 2, sorry. So this, where did that Enderman go? It literally just popped in, said hello, and then sold it off. Fair enough. Okay, so we can now see that we've got that destination of 2. That is a one use only. You can only use that once. Okay. So once you put it in the train, that's it, used up. If you need a new one, you're going to have to get a new one from the golden ticket. So let's place down the Perpetuum locomotive, because I'm not going to set up electric tracks here. I'm just going to use the Perpetuum locomotive because it's unlimited. Okay. So we're going to first of all start this off with no routing. Okay. So what does that mean? That means that it's not going to have any routing tables in it, and it is going to not end up on this track. Now that's because it doesn't work as a, remember, the routing tables and the switches and the detectors don't work on a if it's not, it works on if it is. So if it doesn't need to switch. So if it doesn't have any routing in it, it won't mess up the system. It will just go to continue to its default, as in it will not switch. Keep that in mind. So this, with no routing at all, it will go to siding 1, which is straight on, and it will not light the light. Okay, so continue. Down here. Hasn't lit the light. Good. Does it switch? No. Good. Okay, let's do another one. Except in here, we are going to put the tickets. Okay, so we open it up, we put the ticket in this little bit, and we're going to see it disappear and chew it up. And now you can no longer get this out. Okay, it says destination of 2. Okay, you have to put another ticket into it to overwrite the ticket, if you're wondering. Okay, but we now can see on the top of the train, it has now got a destination of 2 above it. So we can quickly see if we, let's say it's a station, for example. We're running down the station, we're going, right, I need to get to my base. Which one is my base? Oh, it says base on here, hidden base. Jump in the train, and then it'll take you to your base, for example. Okay, that's why that's really useful. Okay, so now this has a destination of 2. 2 things will now happen. I know, pardon that I've made that quite unique. Okay, so it will trigger the detector, which will light the lamp, because it's got the routing cable on it. Light the lamp. Then, this will detect that it has a destination of 2 in it, and will then switch this, so the train will end up against these buffer stops, okay? If that is all true, and it does that in the first go without any hitches, I'll finish the video there, and you guys can go away, and you can quickly make your tracks, and you can post them to my Facebook page, which I have had a couple of people posting photos to my Facebook page. Thank you very much, it looks awesome. Okay, so let's get this on the way. So we're going to set it to 1. Let's go. Okay, down it goes. There's the light. There's the switch, and it goes into siding 2. Do I need to say more? That's been perfect. So that's been a very, very basic tutorial on how to do routing. If you want a more advanced tutorial, I've got one coming out in a couple of days where I go into branches, so routing branches and stuff. So that's what I mean by if you have a switch track within a switch track, for example. So if I wanted to have another switch down this track which goes off this way and such, how do you set that up? How do you get it to do multiple destinations? How do you do things like that? I'll be covering that all in a future video. Hit the subscribe button because you'll be the first person to know when that hits. Also guys, quick plug, I do have a Patreon. At the moment I do not have any kind of big rewards on there. We're still very small, we can't really do rewards and stuff. My time is very limited, and so, but it's more of a donation thing. So if you guys do enjoy videos and you are kind of like maybe a fan or something of the channel and you do want to support us, you know, we do have a small donation you can give on there if it helps. If you don't, I'm fine with that. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to all of a sudden start hating you because you haven't donated to us. You know, by you just watching our videos, it means the world to us. So everything helps. Okay, so that's been me, Scully from the Blue Coconut family. I wish you a very good day, and I want to see all your photos of what you do with routing on our Facebook page, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!